Hello replayers and fellow citizens of YouTube, this is MisterUltimate and welcome to a first look at Labyrinth Early Access by indie developer Free Range Games. This is a collectible card game RPG where you build decks of powerful heroes to invade rival labyrinths. Let's go ahead and jump right in, but before I get into it, I want to remind you this is early access, so a lot of the content and features is not in place yet, and there may be bugs that we encounter along the way. If you do happen to try this game out and you encounter a bug, what you want to do is hit that gear icon that you see up in the corner. The first button is going to be early access, and on that page, on that screen, you're going to have two options, one to contact the developer and another to submit a bug, and that's going to take you to the discussion forum where you can put your bug report in. I really appreciate that that is available because not every early access game has that, even though I think they should. And in fact, I think that every game period, even if it is full release, should have a method of submitting bugs, whether it be taking you to a forum or an automated system that attaches log files and allows you to fill out a report to the developer, because you never know, new hardware comes out, systems change, operating systems change, you never know what bugs are going to be encountered in the future even after full release. So enough about that, let's go ahead and jump into the actual features of the game. Let's look at my decks. Right here we see Eric Falstaff. He is the stealth character and he has cards in his deck. Every hero has their individual deck that go along that same theme. He has a lot of things that add stealth. He has attacks as well. Every character has attacks, of course. And then we have our warfare hero, Corgan Twiceborn. He is a melee slash tank character. So he has cards that are going to allow him to attack, allow him to build up his armor, and allow him to draw attacks to him. Then we have Hand of Heaven, the faith hero, Lavella Star Touched. She has the ability to both do damage and to heal, and some of the cards actually allow her to do the same, both actions in the same turn. So she is very useful, so you want to protect her and keep her alive. The demo deck, which I assume is short for demolitions, and its character Pyromancer, which I'm sure that is a placeholder name, is the wizardry hero. She has a lot of fire-based attacks and one freezing attack, where if you freeze a minion with deep freeze and then attack that same minion, no matter how much health they have, you're going to destroy that minion. So I'm assuming that the idea is that you freeze them and then you hit them with a fire attack and that causes them to burst or explode or something. So that's very thematic and kind of interesting that they would include that. Now I'm going to show you the first fight of the available raid, just to give you guys an idea of how the gameplay goes and the mechanics that are in place. Going to Earth Crusher, we're going to fight Oros the Bouncer, and you see that his special is when Oros takes melee damage, knock back the attacker that many spaces. So if I use Corrigan to do some melee damage and I do 6 damage to him, I'm going to be knocked back 6 spaces. Now that might not seem like such a bad thing, but once we get into the arena, I'll show you why that is very, very dangerous. I do not want to retreat, I want to fight! Now we're going to get a look at the cards we're going to start off with. In your hand, you're going to have 2 cards at all times. One will be your talent, which is usually an attack, and the other will be the ability to guard and give you 1 more point of armor for the duration of that turn. Then the other 3 will be from the deck. Now these are all good. I would like to have had better meditation so I could get some more devotion early on, but that's okay. Spirit Heal and Spirit Strike. I think I'm actually going to get rid of Spirit Strike because I'm going to try to avoid doing melee attacks as much as possible, even though I plan on doing 1 just so you can see the effect of it. Turn Up the Heat is good, Molten Lance is good, Channel the Sun. Personally, I don't want to start off with a card that I have to wind up for 4 ticks. I don't like being vulnerable that long, so I'm going to discard that one, hopefully get another card. But there's a chance that I'll get the exact same card, because remember, there's 3 copies of that card in the deck. Confirm starting hands. We'll see what we got. Oh boy. Now, if I hold the right mouse button, I can rotate the camera and adjust the angle. If I use my middle mouse wheel, I can zoom in and out. And WASD allows me to pan around the arena. And as I look around the arena, I see these guys, the flame walls. Sure, that's a placeholder right there. Some art assets need to be added. But you see where this flame wall is right here? This guy is lined up with my heroes. Now, on the flame wall's tick is going to shoot a wall of fire out along the edges of the arena. And my guys are right in the path, so I want to move them right now. And I also want to try not to get knocked into the path of those flame walls. Right now, right over here, by where you see this pool, is the only safe area. But he might summon more flame walls. If he does, there's not going to be any side of the arena that's safe. So I'm going to kind of move at a diagonal over towards that side of the screen. And I'm just going to do guard with her, because he's not in range right now. I can't attack him. Go ahead and move at a diagonal again. But I will do battle cry to gain some fury. Now the Pyromancer, I am almost sure that her card said that she starts off with 2 firepower, but I may be mistaken. If it does say that, then you can see down next to her portrait she doesn't have any firepower, next to the little green diamond on the left hand side of her portrait. So she doesn't have any firepower. If that is what the card says, then that's probably something that just needs to be tweaked. See, he is not in range of a firebolt, but I do have a fire amulet. I'm going to use it to gain some firepower. There go the flame walls. And he is summoning a Royal Stonemason that does knockback as well. This guy is all about that knockback, isn't he? Okay. I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to use Death Word. I would really like it if it was called Death Note, but I understand why they might not be able to call it that. It would just be neat. I'm going to pay 2 devotion so I can destroy this guy right now. I don't want him doing anything. Bye-bye. And in his place, he leaves a drop. So those can be very helpful. If you can pick them up, you're not always going to be able to, though. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit closer to Oros with Corrigan. And I'm going to guard. And my Pyromancer is just going to run to the side. And I believe he is in range for a firebolt, so let's go ahead, get some more firepower, do a little damage. Okay, now I'm going to do this the safe way and not get knocked into the path of the flame walls, but let me show you what happens when I attack directly with my melee fighter. 6 points of damage, but oh, get back. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you're in the right path. Oh, okay, he's winding up. At least I got time to get out of the way. He's gonna deal 8 damage to the nearest hero. Okay, so let's move right here. And I guess I'll just use Lavella's Judgment and use Bane. Might as well do some damage to him. I don't have anything to interrupt his wind-up. I'm going to move her a little bit farther. I don't have anything that directly gives me firepower, so let's just use a Firebolt. Knock him down to 20 health. Okay, and Corrigan is going to be the one to take the... Oh. I thought I had a chance to move Corrigan in the path of that, but apparently I did not. Okay, my healer is taking some damage now. She's down to 4 health. So I'm going to have to... I guess I can get rid of one of the healing prayers, and I'll get rid of Fight for Corgan. And I will get rid of... I guess I'll get rid of Feel the Heat. Corgan's coming over here. Alright, and... going to taunt. Try to take the heat off of my healer. We're going to guard as well. Okay, and... we are going to... yeah, my Pyromancer comes up first, so... I'm going to move her out of his way. And I'm just going to use Lavella's Judgment and use Boon on myself. There we go. Get a little bit of healing in there. Of her right here. And does Engulf reach? Deep Freeze. I'm barely out of range for Deep Freeze. I'm just going to use a Firebolt. Get some more firepower. That Spell Bomber is keeping its distance. I kind of need it to get closer. I'm going to move to this side of Oros. And then I'm going to... actually, I probably wanted to do the other side, but it's okay. Assault is not a direct attack. So I'm not going to get a knockback from it. He's summoning up another flame wall. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get rid of any of these, but I'm going to have to get rid of Healing Prayer. I don't want to get rid of any of these, actually, but I'll get rid of Turn Up the Heat. Okay, so she's moving right here. I'm going to use the cross because this minion will be in the path, and I believe that's going to be enough to take that minion out, plus do 5 damage to Oros himself. Very good, very good. That pickup is a little too far. I don't want to go that far. And let's see. I do want to spread out just a little bit. The thing is that Spell Bomber does splash damage when it fires its attack. So if I'm clumped up together, then everybody's going to take damage. And he might summon another one. You never know. Oh no, he's going for the Pyromancer. No, leave her alone. Okay, I have to get rid of something again. I'll get rid of one of the Deep Freezes. He's summoning an Earth Warrior. Each tick for 3 ticks. Okay, so that's a lot to summon. I'm going to... you know what? I'm just going to take it to this Earth Warrior and try to get rid of him really fast by doing a Ghost Bite for 6 damage. There we go. Gain some more fury off of that. Let's move her again. And... you know what? I actually should be able... he's only got 1 health left, so I'll be ending it right here. And this is not a really bad way to end it. Victory! You have vanquished the vile villains, and your valiant heroes stand victorious. I didn't take a whole lot of damage, which is important, because between each battle, you get the chance to rest for a limited number of ticks. So, I don't... let's see... you can go up to 10 ticks. to recover up to 10 health. So if any of my characters had lost more than 10 health, then they would be starting the battle having already lost some health. So let's say that Corrigan was down to 5 health at the end of that battle. I could rest for 10 ticks, but then he would only have 15 out of 20 health, and the next battle was very hard, so that's not the position I want to be in. I want to be able to have everybody at full health at the beginning of each battle. So I probably could have been a little bit more strategic, and I probably could have had my Pyromancer guard one more time, allow Lavala to do one more heal on herself so I didn't have any ticks to wait, and then hopefully Corrigan would be able to get the killing blow in. But it really wasn't necessary, because if I go into this fight with Radagar the Horde Caller, then I would still be at full health for all 3 of my characters. Now Radagar the Horde Caller here, you see that Radagar has defense equal to the number of friendly minions at the start of the encounter. Summon 2 4/8 Spirit Warrior minions. So every minion that he summons, he's going to up his armor 1 more, and that's going to lower the damage you can do to the point where you're not going to be able to damage him at all. So it's very important that you have one of your warriors trying to keep Radagar's attention, while the other 2 characters are trying to destroy the minions and help out the character that's taking on Radagar as much as possible. So it's a balance of fighting off minions, fighting Radagar, and then doing healing to make sure that you keep all 3 of your characters in the fight. It's a very tough fight. But so far, guys, as far as Labyrinth goes, and as far as what it looks like early access is going to bring us, it looks like it's going to bring us a very solid game. I'm really enjoying the mechanics that they have in place, and I see a lot of potential here for a very good CCG, because CCGs are a little bit different from other games, where in a lot of games, when you progress, what you want to do is avoid the threat or completely mitigate and sometimes even eliminate the threat by leveling up your character and by gaining new armor or things like that, different modifiers to where it makes it less dangerous for you to go into battle. Collectible card games are a little bit different. Collectible card games are about managing probabilities and managing risk. So you go in with kind of a rough idea of the kind of strategy that you're going to use for a particular battle, but you have in the back of your head that at any time something completely random could happen and will throw a monkey wrench into your plan. So you're going to have to stay on your toes and adjust on the fly. And it looks like this is the kind of game that can do that, because I have played through this first raid before, and I can tell you that each of the 3 bosses is completely different and requires a completely different strategy in order to beat them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Free Range Games has for us coming down the pike as Labyrinth goes through its early access. And if you guys are as excited as I am for Labyrinth, then you might want to go ahead and check it out, and the download link is going to be in the description below. That's all I've got for this first look review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me for the next first look review. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today's review. If you'd like to see more content from the XRP crew, then be sure to check out the videos to my left, and if you'd like to see more content from my channel, be sure to check out the videos to my right. If you're in the mood to be surprised, be sure to check out the mystery video right below me. It's either going to be from this channel or from a member of the XRP crew, so be sure to see who it is today. If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you can see all of the videos we're going to be bringing you very, very soon. In the meantime, we pray that you all love one another, and until next time, I remain Mr. Ultimate.